it's hot. Oh, it's hot. Oh, I did too much. Oh, we're gonna now. Okay. Oh. Hello. Welcome. It's Tub Talk. Hello to my friends and whoever else is watching. This is Genevieve. Today we're doing something that I like to call Tub Talk. I get into a bathtub full of water, fully clothed, and I answer some questions. So let's get started. Today is Easter. Yeah, happy Easter to any of those who celebrate it. Ooh, oh, whoa. I might be snacking on this little Easter chocolate bunny that I got today, but I don't know if chocolate and hot water mixes very well. So I asked some friends in the general public to send me some questions. My friends pulled through. First question comes from my friend Maggie. She asks, what are your favorite albums and what are your favorite songs? Favorite album, I would have to say, is probably something by Lorde. I'm really into melodrama, as many people are. I'm also really into Sufjan Stevens, but album-wise, probably Melodrama by Lorde, because I think every song hits, you know? But if I look into, I'm kind of basic, so I'm pretty into Billie Eilish. I think When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go is really good, and I'm into quite a few of the songs on there. Song-wise, I'm looking at my playlist right now. Currently, I'm very into Daddy Issues by The Neighborhood, which definitely says something about me. Don't read into that too much. Oh yeah, I love Mike Snow. I love a lot of his music. I have Song for No One on here. I have Burial on here, which really makes me feel things. I thought maybe we should get a little up close and personal right now, so I'm filming on my phone. Also, my camera died and then it fell, so right now I'm charging the battery, but I don't want my parents to come home and see me fully clothed in a tub talking to a camera, so we're really using the time that we have. The next few questions comes from my friend Caroline. She asks, what historical time period do you wish that you lived in? I'm pretty into like ancient times, but being a woman really limits the kind of times that I want to be in. But if I acted as if I were like a straight white male, I think I would really like to be in medieval times would be fun, but I mean hygiene wise, that's not ideal. So maybe like barbarian times, like Vikings or something like that. I wouldn't really pillage too much, if you know what I mean. But I think it'd be really fun to like train to fight. Caroline also asked if I could describe the most embarrassing drunk story I have in detail. I'm going to do this. It's going to be interesting. Okay. I wasn't drunk. Wink, wink. I'm underage. I'm 20 years old. I'm about to be 21. So let's just say, in like I was goofy. So I was very like goofy. I had been on an online dating site and I had met a guy, a foreign guy on there, and he was like, hey, we should meet up, we should hang out, you should come over and we can smoke cigarettes. So I was like, okay, cool. I was with my friends. She and I went to a party. He went to school at Harvard. I was at my ex's frat, I think, and then she and I were like, let's get out of here. So we were already at Harvard. So we made it to like the area that he said we were supposed to be in. And then my phone died. And I was like, I know he's in this specific dorm, but I don't know how to get in. I was like, I think a lot of these buildings are connected like underground. And we saw that two were connected by like a dining hall. So then I said, what if we just got into one building?
That's all we need to do. So we then were like just trying doors, trying windows. I was like, my phone's dead, like I can't even meet up with this guy. But we're like here and I can't call an Uber. My friend was like, let's just try it. So we saw that there was a window that didn't have bars on it, but that there was a staircase leading down. So it didn't have bars on it because people couldn't access that window, because there was a huge space where the stairs were going down. So no one could physically get to that window. But ever the optimist and believer of my incredible athletic abilities, I thought, well, I can lunge over that gap and then I can open the window, because it was like a window that you open. It's like a French door style window, so it's two sides that open out. So I was like, I think I can do this. So I was wearing a jean skirt, and a bodysuit.
In fact, here is a photo that I found. Yes, this was that moment.
And I was goofy, and I lunged over this, like, it was probably like a 10-foot drop, and I barely had a foothold on the other side, but I opened the windows and I climbed in. So I like leapt over to the other side and like lunged through into the window. So I was inside the dorm, one of the dorms, I don't even remember which one it is. And then I went to the door and I opened it to let her in. We didn't know how we were going to get to the dorm that he said he lived in. And also I was supposed to text him when I got there. I didn't have a charger, so didn't really know how this was gonna work. We end up walking around and going through these tunnels that connect to the dining hall for like 20 minutes, just kind of out of our minds, before I'm finally like, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna leave, we're gonna get out of this building, we're going to stand in front of the dorm that I know he lives in, and then we're simply going to ask the security guard if we can charge our phones, or at least find like a way into a place where there is a security guard or a front desk person. So we got in eventually because students were going in as well. I think it was like midnight or 1 a.m., maybe like later. And we finally get in. I asked the security guard, I was like, I don't really remember this guy's name, but I'm supposed to meet him. I'm with my friend. Can I borrow a charger if you have one? He said, sure. And we had to wait like 10 minutes before my phone even turned on. We were just sitting there in like a goofy state. So we finally got the phone to charge, and I messaged him. He came downstairs, and then we just smoked some cigarettes. And that was it. Like, I never saw him again. He did contact me again, asking if we could go out on another date, but I never replied. He asked me to go on a museum date, which is very sweet of him because he knows I like museums. But I think at that time I was pursuing someone else, or I just wasn't really feeling it. I think I was pursuing someone else. So I didn't actually go on a second date with him. So all that trouble for that first date, kind of, it was more like a hangout, to never see him again. He was very sweet though. Don't remember his name. I remember he was foreign. I think he was like Swedish or something, or he was like Scandinavian. If he ever watches this, I think you were very sweet, you were very kind, you were very smart. I think I was just in a different place. I went to great lengths to see you that night. I think you know that. I think we told you. Don't really remember. When I come back to Boston, maybe hit me up, and then we can see if we can maybe have like a second date. That'd be nice. So yeah, that was my crazy, goofy, silly story. Thank you, Caroline, for that question. We're back on the camera, which is great. Love to see it. So I just answered my question about my silliest, embarrassing story, about me basically breaking in, or not breaking in, I didn't break anything, I entered, entering into a dorm. So next question also comes from Caroline. Thank you, Caroline, you're a real friend. She said, how long do you predict this will all continue before we can return to our normal lives? So I assume she means the pandemic and the quarantine. I've done some research on this, and there are a bunch of different, sources saying a bunch of different things. I think this will continue for, like a couple more months. Truthfully, I'm not really sure what's going to happen and how long this is going to last. I would really, really love to see my friends. I would love to get a job for the summer. But I work in museums mostly, and all the museums have said that they are shut down for quite a long time. A lot of the ones that I applied for internships at told me that they were closed for the summer, and so they're canceling their internships. Some of them are saying they're closed for the summer and they don't know about the internships yet. So things are really up in the air. I understand this is a very stressful time for a lot of people. I'm someone who loves to plan, and not knowing what's happening next is very stressful for me, which is why I've decided to start making these videos. It's something I have control over and something that I look forward to doing. It's something that I can plan out, and I appreciate that. On that note, I'm gonna answer some questions that I usually have for other people that maybe other people have for me. Let's just go speed round. Favorite movie? I'm very into Stardust. It's an awesome movie. I think it's on Netflix. I love Moulin Rouge. Also, awesome movie. Another movie in the trio of my favorite top 3 that people wouldn't really bring in with those two, Jurassic Park. Awesome film. Favorite food? I love chocolate. Chocolate is delicious. I also really like mozzarella sticks and pizza. Favorite soda? Dr. Pepper. Favorite app at the moment is probably Twitter. I like the people I follow on Twitter, and they have really good content. I appreciate them, and it's funny. I also like putting polls on Twitter. I'll put my Twitter handle here if you guys want to follow me. I think all the people who follow me on Twitter are the ones who watch my videos. I don't think there are any people from outside that realm who watch my videos. So I'll put it here. And then, lastly, who's my favorite visual artist? But I'm just gonna throw up my top 3 favorite visual artists right now. Auguste Rodin is a sculptor. Absolutely love him. He's amazing. Second would probably be, I'm really into...
My camera died, but my last 2 are Albert Bierstadt, who's a 19th century landscape artist, and Alexandre Cabanel, who's a French portrait artist.
The tub is getting cold, and my parents will be home soon. So I'm going to end Tub Talk here. This was very fun though. I hope you guys liked it. I liked it a lot. It's kind of nice being in a bathtub fully clothed. Who would have thought? So if you guys want any other questions answered, or you want me to just talk about something in the tub, then I'm down, this is just my life in quarantine. I just love the tub. Like, subscribe, comment, I don't really care. You can do whatever the hell you want, it's your choice. But I usually do tweet out the links to my new videos. But shout out to everyone who sent me questions, thank you so much. And shout out to everybody who has been super supportive during this time. And thank you so much, you guys are awesome, and I'll see you next time. Cool, bye. I'll do the thing where I put my hand over the camera, because I think that's great transition into what will probably be bloopers next. All right, later. Oh my god, this sucks. For those of you who have anxiety about me dropping my phone into the bathtub, we're in the same boat. Or tub, if you like that kind of thing. I'm a very woe is me person, if you know me. I really am a wailing scorned woman. So if you ever need a wailing scorned woman, hit me up. I'm thinking of dating app questions that they ask you. It's beach or mountains? Beach, by the way. Love the beach. Yikes.